Hello, welcome you all. So in this particular video, we'll talk about matrix optimization, or you can say optimizing matrix and satisfying matrix. So suppose you have two different matrices in hand, which one you will optimize, which one you will satisfy while you are making your model. That we'll discuss in detail in this video. So let's go through it. So here we are looking, suppose two metrics, that is one is the accuracy and second is the running time, or you can say latency. Now which one will satisfy, which one will optimize, that we need to understand, right? So to understand this, let's take example. Let me take two example. One example from the healthcare domain and second example from the autonomous vehicle, right? So now in case of healthcare domain, suppose I have a model in one hand that has 99% accuracy, but the time to run this model and getting the result out is taking close to 2 minutes. And the second, in another hand, I have another model that is 92% accuracy, but the speed is very fast. Maybe it's 20 milliseconds it will take to complete the task. Now, in case of healthcare domain, which one will be preferable? So, in that case, our satisfying matrix will be the accuracy, that we cannot compromise with the accuracy beyond this level. So, you can say, I cannot accept this model if their accuracy below 99%, or you can say below 99.9%. So, in case of healthcare domain, your satisfying matrix will be the accuracy and your optimizing matrix will be the runtime. Now let's take another example. Suppose I want to make a model for the driverless car. In that case, what we'll see, again, in one hand we have a model that has 98% accuracy and it is taking 2 seconds, or you can say 3 seconds, to complete the operation. On the second another hand, we have a model that has 95% accuracy, but it is taking 10 milliseconds to complete the operation. So let's think which is good for the driverless car. Can we wait for 2 seconds or 3 seconds once a pedestrian in front of our vehicle? No, we can't wait. We have to take action immediately. In that case, in case of driverless car, running time will become satisfying matrix, that I want answer in 20 milliseconds in any case, right? Even your accuracy is 95, it is okay for me. So in that case, in another domain, your satisfying matrix will become running time, but within that running time, I want to maximize or optimize our accuracy. So in that way, you can say domain to domain satisfying matrix is different and optimizing matrix is different. Let's take another example, that is the Alexa or Home, Google Home. In that case, we have two matrices, one is false positive, another is false negative, right? Now in case of, you can say false positive means you have not spoken anything, you have not instructed anything to the Alexa, but it start doing something. Let me take one example. Suppose you are sleeping in the midnight and suddenly due to some noise it generate false positive and start playing some song with a loud music. Then it is very annoying. You are not ready to accept this behavior, right? Now, even let's take another case. Suppose you want to give some instruction to the Alexa, instead of one call, it is listening in two calls in sometimes in a day. So in that case, that will work for you, right? So in that case, in Alexa or you can say Google Home, you are not ready to accept the false positive. So means your satisfying matrix will be false positive. So you can say the false positive only once in in the entire day, or even you're not ready to accept even only once in the day. You can say only once in a month, right, or once in a year. But your false negative will try to optimize. It should not have false positive. So with this, we have seen when you have multiple matrices in hand, one matrix or few matrices will be the satisfying matrix. If your model is not satisfying them, then your model is useless. Even they are giving very good in another matrix. So once you make the model for a particular application, you have to think which is your satisfying matrix, which is your optimizing matrix. Let me take another example. Suppose I am making application for IoT device and same application for your supercomputer. Now in case of IoT device, what will be your satisfying matrix? It will be power. Your model should not take more than a certain power level. But in case of supercomputer, you are not worried about the power. You will more worried about the accuracy. So in that way, you can say based on the application, one will be super satisfying matrix, one will be your optimizing matrix. So whenever you will make your application, before beginning of making the model, you have to think which is your satisfying matrix, which is your optimizing matrix. Thank you. We'll see new things in the next video.